Good afternoon. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Sunday, January 24th. Extremely ugly week on Wall Street this past week. We had a lot of different news items impact the market, and with the overbought conditions that we have, it really didn't take much, but the confluence of a bunch of things just sent stocks to their worst sell off in quite some time. But let's look at the daily chart here. Tuesday, we had that big rally on Tuesday in anticipation of the GOP winning the Massachusetts seat. Of course, they did win, and what happened with the Republicans getting some sort of power? The market tanked. Coincidence? I think not. But actually, the funny thing about the Tuesday rally is we had the oracle of contrarian investor Jim Cramer from CNBC come out on Tuesday and said, with a Brown victory, we would see a monster rally the next day. This guy is the best contrarian indicator of all time when it comes to the market. Whatever he says, do the opposite and bank. And since that clown's call, market down 500 points, biggest sell off in quite some time. Now, on a positive note, of course, no mention of his call anytime during the week. That's just how it is with this guy. But on Friday, he came out and said, now is the time to not buy. Now is the time to be selling stocks. So we're probably going to be looking at one mother of a bounce next week if we just go off the Kramer indicator. Now, we had a bunch of other issues impacting the market this week. But sometimes the easiest indicators, while they're fun to laugh at, actually work. But Friday, the sell-off, we should have seen a bounce on Friday. I actually expected us to see a nice, decent-sized bounce on Friday. But the upset in Massachusetts has both GOP and Democratic politicians worrying about their seats. And after all, that's all they really care about is keeping their jobs. And we have the Bernanke confirmation hearing coming up. It got pushed off because we've got a couple of Democrats who are going to get washed out of office anyway, looking to jump on the bandwagon of bashing Bernanke. The Main Street right now hates banks, and politicians are keying in on that as a way to keep their jobs. But Boxer, that moron old biddy from California, she's going to lose her seat anyway. She came out, got a lot of press that she wasn't going to vote for Bernanke, and that just added to the confusion there on Wall Street, and traders just wanting to book profits, step back, and see what's going to happen. The Obama bank plan that got posted on Wednesday, nothing's going to happen. I mean, they're just politicking right now. Anything that's going to happen is going to take a long time to happen. It was just one of those things. Market was extremely overbought, and someone opened the floodgates this week, and everyone has all of a sudden just turned mega bearish. Looking at the daily chart, you can see we've broken down below the 50-day moving average and down below our uptrend line support. I'd be very surprised if we do not see a substantial bounce back tomorrow morning in the market. What we could be looking at is a gap down open as they shake out the last of the willy-nillys. We've got really strong support at the 10-100 area. So nice scenario would be a gap down Monday morning and then a massive rally back up to the 50-day moving average. Now, we've had a lot of news come out over the weekend. Common sense politicians are coming out and saying, top GOP guys, top Democratic guys saying, Bernanke's a lock. And in my opinion, Bernanke is a lock. If they don't reconfirm Bernanke, we're probably going to go all short this market. But the odds of him not getting reconfirmed are like 1 in 100, in my opinion, at this stage. So, we needed this in the market. Big sell-off weeks in the market make for fantastic buying opportunities. We did some shopping on Friday. We'll continue to do shopping early this week, looking for some bounce back plays. But again, everyone's looking for a massive tank in the market, and the market always does the opposite of what everyone thinks. And then we have that perfect contrarian indicator, Kramer, telling the sheeple to sell. Last time that clown did that was at Dow 6600 the day before the market bottomed, and we saw this massive 80% rally in the market. So big smiles the fact that that clown has told his sheeple to sell. Everything pretty much got hit on Friday. We had dollar down, gold down, oil down. It was just a flush of everything. Dollars got really strong resistance here at the 200-day moving average. It's quite overbought in the near term. You know, this is probably going to be a big up year for the dollar, but for now we're looking a little bit overbought. And oil, like all the commodities, just hammered over the last week. So we'd be looking for dollar weakness to continue tomorrow and commodities to pop. So that would be a signal that common sense is prevailing in the market, and we've got some nice trend support here on the dollar. So we'll be looking to see that bounce back tomorrow with the overall market. Jumping into stock plays, ARWR. This is a biotech play that we've played recently. Got a nice pop out of it, but the play on this, these guys are an incubator company. They own a couple of different companies in a couple of different sectors, and they own a nanotech technology company that does touchscreen film. And this is a play on the Apple tablet launch this upcoming Wednesday. There are very few sympathy plays off that, and traders are going to be hunting for plays like this week. Their division manufactures a product that's actually their product's not used in the Kindle, but they've got the next technology of touchscreen film, and the launch of the expected launch of Apple's new product is probably going to just bring an avalanche of new product offerings from competitors, and that means these guys could be positioned very, very nicely for the near term. We've got a nice ascending triangle formation on ARWR. We're in the third triangle, which is typically the big breakout triangle, and we're looking for a move to 75 to 90 cents on this one. So this is our play this week for the Apple tablet launch, and it's got very nice chart support and could be a very nice winner for us. CXM Cardium, this is our biotech play. Nice stair step higher. Stock was actually green on Friday after its retrace. As you can see, after each rally, the stock has been retracing 16 cents, running to a new high, retracing to 16 cents. So next target here is a move to the 94 to $1 area. We've got nice uptrend line support. ADX is very strong, and stochastics are right at a bounce level, so we'll be looking for a nice snapback rally to 80 cents on this one this week, with very strong support at the 20-day exponential at 67 cents. KAD, this is another one of our plays. Nice little retrace here. Massive volume on Friday. We had what looked to be a fund swap. That's when one fund swaps shares to another fund at 50 cents. So they gapped this one down with the overall market, and then a 900,000 share ass sat at 50 cents and just got eaten up throughout the day, and then we got a nice little pop towards the close. We'll be looking for this one to bounce on Monday. We're looking for 60 cents plus on this one for the bounce, especially with the market cooperating. HYTM, goes without saying, we're still waiting for that Blue Cross news to be released. Has held up pretty well in this sell-off this past week. We dipped below the 20-day exponential. Every time we've gotten down below here, we've seen a nice little pop. This is actually a stock that likes to pop on Mondays, so fingers crossed here that we get that news tomorrow and we get our run to $1 plus on this play. Really quick mention on ELN. This one has been trading in a nice little range after its big rally over the last month or so. Friday we saw ACOR get approval for its MS drug. A lot of people don't realize that was actually a drug developed by Elon and sold to ACOR. Elon owns, I believe, a 20% royalty on the drug, so a nice little win for Elon there, and they actually manufacture the drug as well. But the chart looks very, very nice after that big run that it had. If we take an actual look at the 2-year chart, you can see this is very close to a multi-year chart breakout here. We'd be looking very, very closely at this one, and maybe time to start nibbling on some January 2011 $10 calls here, because if this one breaks if we get a close above 860, it's clear skies for this one for a move to the $12 to $14 area. So we'll be watching this one pretty closely over the next few days. Even though the market was down big this past week, we had a lot of winners. I'm not going to go into all of them, but on Friday we had GORX, a play from a week and a half ago, popped 100% on Friday. What can I say? Some of our plays, the average cooking time is about 2 weeks before these monster wins. So we're looking for big moves in ARWR, CXM, and KAD tomorrow. So that's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room. Goodbye.